Hey guys, my name is Andrew and my group will be talking about beauty. Now beauty is subjective. What's beauty to you? If it's not fashion week material, it's not beauty to me. But nevertheless, the media does set a common notion as to what beauty is. You could say that the media sets an agenda of what beauty is. So my group will be discussing the different ways that the media tries to reach out to the audience, the viewers, the target group, and trying to tell them what beauty really is. So the different ways that the media does that is through Photoshop and the effect of Photoshop in photographs in the society, characters in the media, the fashion industry and what the fashion industry endorses through magazines, and finally music, movies, and the different ways. I mean, we all love going to the movies. How do these movies try to reach out to you and tell you what beauty is? So up first, we will have Yi-Hui in telling you how photographs affect your notion of beauty.
Photography is the core of media. Photography can be found in magazines, books, websites, news, and advertisements. It is all around us. We tend to imitate whatever that is shown in this photography in the pursuit of beauty. This is because people are social beings that derive a sense of security from being with the norm. This behavior can influence what we define as beautiful and affect the trends that we have as present. What seemed beautiful in the 80s and 90s might not be what we define as beautiful now. Look at all these pictures here. These are the hairstyles that people deem as beautiful in the 80s and 90s. Do you think they look beautiful now? For me, I think they look very weird and funny. So this just shows us that trends evolve as time passes. Photographs in the media can also serve as a platform for us to appreciate beauty that we might not notice often. Because they are still images, they can capture rare moments that we might not see in everyday life. This is a picture of a silver arowana leaping out of the waters. It is used by the Wildlife Reserve Singapore to educate the public on this fish. One of the main characteristics of this fish is its agility. The splashes of water around the fish captured in this picture prove this point. This picture allows the public to appreciate the beautiful movement of this fish, which is a rare sight. Do you think beauty in photographs can be trusted? Look at this picture of the fried chicken in the advertisement. It just looked juicy, crispy, and simply delicious. But now look at this picture of the same chicken from the same shop. Does it look as appealing as the one in the advertisement? No, it doesn't. This just shows us that whatever we see in the advertisement does not portray what we will experience in real life. Why is this so? I'll let my teammate Dini explain more about how pictures can be edited to make it more visually appealing.
Thank you, Yi-Hui. As you can see, photographs have been a widely used medium in the media. But can we trust these photographs? In the past, we have these pictures and drawings that were widely used.
They give artists the opportunities to slightly exaggerate what they deem is acceptable and beautiful to society. Hence, it can be said that slight exaggerations are deemed beautiful in the past. However, advancements in technology have allowed us to capture real photographs like this. Here, you can see that this is really the raw footage of what reality really is.
And then technology has progressed again. Now, we're going back to the past, where editing and exaggeration are common once more. These are pictures of how it has been edited by Photoshop. As you can see, it has paved way how we perceive beauty. From in the past, we have exaggeration to a realistic, and now back to exaggeration. So all this brings us to the question, what has the pursuit of beauty turned us into? With regards to what is perceived as beautiful now, it seems that there's this desire to achieve something that is more beautiful than beautiful. It is agreeable that many of us appreciate beauty, but having these idealized images in our head constantly being exposed to everywhere by the media can make us feel down or frustrated that our own reality doesn't match up to whatever that is perceived by the media. Sometimes these enhancements are so exaggerated, they don't even make sense. So a local example would be this picture on fan wall. I understand it has been shown before in lecture, but let me dissect it even further. So the reason why technology has progressed so far is because humans' minds haven't progressed that far. So it's no surprise that we will know if some of these photos are fake. So the internet allows us to be exposed to many different things, and this exposure to information has made us apathetic, or in other words, trolling. So these are examples of how they have been made fun of. As you can see, there's a trend starting, which is the disapproving of digital enhancements. And with that, I'll pass my time to Kate, who will talk more about beautiful characters in the media.
All these examples show that the notion of beauty is very visual and most of the time associated with physical appearance. The movie and TV show industry also exploit this notion of ugly and beautiful and how people judge by appearance. For example, we can see the two extremes of ugly versus beautiful in movie characters to indicate which side is right and wrong. Beauty is often associated with the right side, and ugliness is often associated with the villain side. However, there are also movies which try to break this stereotype of ugly is equal to villain. They depict what people would consider ugly physically as having a beautiful, generous character. For example, in the movie Megamind, the ugly alien is depicted to help the humanity more than the stereotypical good-looking guy who was only good at posing. Some movies also tend to beautify some horrible, unpleasant actions, such as the movie Dead Poets Society, beautifying the act of suicide as a solution, and also other movies beautifying violence. The media also show to what extent we tend to judge people by appearance. For example, in reality shows, such as Britain's Got Talent, people tend to be very surprised when an ugly person turns out to be good. In the voice audition, the judges have their back to the stage so as not to be influenced by the physical appearance of the contestant.
I'll be talking about how the media uses fashion as an element to sculpt your notion of beauty. Take a look at this picture. As you can see, this is a fashion model. These are the kind of models that are gracing the covers of Vogue, Marie Claire, and the runways of Paris and New York. So what does this do to you as the consumers? It makes you want to be as skinny as those models. Over time, this has increased the number of eating disorders, and these are the kind of things that the media sets out. Being skinny is beauty. But over time, like I said, the media changes, it evolutionizes and creates a new agenda of beauty. Right now, being as skinny as that is not in vogue anymore. Being healthy is the new in vogue. Through reality TV shows like America's Next Top Model, where Tyra Banks expands the definition of beauty and makes curves, scars, different skin tones beautiful are the new beauty thing. Now take a look at this video.
Gosh, why did it take so long for them to do it?
You know, I think the question is not so much why did it take so long. I think it's amazing that they're doing it because they do not have to. There's nothing legal saying that Vogue had to make this decision. This is something that they're doing on their own. And when I heard about it and you all called me and wanted me to be here, I'm like, oh my God, this is a moment to celebrate. Myself and my company, I live for this, for expanding the definition of beauty, for not having a stereotype in such a just a one physicality that we all have to live up to. So I applaud Vogue. And this is not just American Vogue. This is in 19 countries. This is every single Vogue on the entire globe. So it's pretty amazing.
So as you can see, when Vogue set out this rule that they will not hire skinny models anymore, this creates a notion of a new agenda of beauty. After setting out this rule and this new agenda of beauty, they graced Adele, a curvaceous, beautiful songstress on the covers of Vogue. This will make the consumers look at beauty in a different point of view. Not just a skinny way, not just a narrow way, but a wider perspective. Beauty does not always rely on appearance. The meaning of an object makes it beautiful. Take a look at this meat dress by Lady Gaga. I mean, it's just meat. Who would wear it? But Lady Gaga wore it and made it beautiful by the meaning of it. If she said, if you don't stand up to what you believe in, you're just as good as the meat on your bones. She wore this dress to make a publicity statement during the MTV VMA Awards when the House of Congress in America was trying to repel against the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which releases its soldiers when they have been found out that they are gay. This goes against everything America believes in as a free country. So by wearing this dress, it tells the audience, if you don't stand up to what you believe in, you're just as good as the meat on your bones. Watch this video.
But anyway, what is the purpose of the meat?
Well, it's certainly no disrespect to anyone that's vegan or vegetarian. I, as you know, am the most judgment-free human being on the earth. However, it has many interpretations, but for me this evening, it's as if we don't stand up for what we believe in, if we don't fight for our rights, pretty soon we're going to have as much rights as the meat on our bones.
Hi guys, my name is Mingmin, and today I'll be discussing about how beauty has an emotional appeal through our visual and auditory senses in media. So, in a film called Perfume, adapted from the novel by Patrick Süskind, it portrays a young man called Grenouille who possesses an extraordinary power to discern odors. He's particularly intoxicated by the sense of young girls transitioning from puberty to womanhood, and decides to recreate the sense to make the ultimate perfume. Attracted by this intrinsic passion for scents, Grenouille learns to trap scents in oil and in so doing, venture into murdering 24 beautiful virgin girls to retrieve their scents. Through this fictional story, it could be seen that even the merest scents can be beautiful, influence one's actions, and stimulate emotions in unimaginable ways.
In 18th century France, Jean-Baptiste Grenouille was born with a talent that made him unique among mankind.
Stones, warm stones, water, frog.
His phenomenal sense of smell was a gift that had been given to him, and him alone.
Master, can I come to work for you? My nose knows all the smells in the world.
No man can call himself a perfumer unless he has proved his worth.
The soul of beings is their scent.
The intoxicating power of the girl's smell made it clear to him that he must learn how to preserve scent, so that never again would he lose such sublime beauty.
I'm creating a perfume.
Each perfume contains 3 chords, 12 notes in all.
There's a murderer out there!
One can only create a truly original perfume by adding one essence that will bring out.
Whatever his insane scheme, it will surely be incomplete without you.
A perfume of such power that every person on earth believed they were in paradise.
Studies have also shown that advertisements that use fear and sympathy evokes a more proactive reaction in users. As you can hear in the background, the music landscape even varies, stimulates a therapeutic and calm disposition. Another example would be rainymode.com, which offers the sound effects of rain to be accompanied with any music you're listening to generate a calm and refreshing music experience. Advertisements that appeal to our sense of taste tickles the taste buds and persuades us to try the product or food, such as the frosty ice pop on a warm, sunny day. Such visual images or advertisements tap into our sense and have shown to greatly increase consumers' taste perception. All in all, it can be shown that beauty derives in many different forms through the use of emotional appeal and what we define as visually appealing. So, as you can see, we gave different examples of how the media influences society's notion of beauty.
Though this is just our point of view, the media does set an agenda of what beauty is to you.
So, what's your idea of beauty? Religion, clothes, or sharp nose?
So, do you see any similarities in what you find beautiful to what media has evoked.